What's up, friends? Welcome back to KimmyDTV, a place where nurses and aspiring nurses come to achieve academic, career, and life success. Today, I'm super duper excited because I have a super special guest with me today. Her name is Miss, the one and only, she doesn't even need an introduction, Miss Jillian Michaels. I would like thank Ms. Jillian Michaels for taking the time out of her day to meet with me, and also JT for connecting us.
I feel like you need a talk show. I'm about ready to walk out onto your stage. Oh my God, that was wonderful. I'm sorry. Please go on. Go on. That was great.
Oh, thank you.
Good intro. Good intro. I like it.
Thank you. So, Ms. Jillian, I know you are a mom of two kids, Lucentia and Phoenix, and you have amassed an immense amount of success in your career. I know you are Emmy nominated, you are 8-time New York Times bestseller author, you were in The Biggest Loser, you have your fitness app, you amass 100 million plus community online. I would like to know, how do you make sure that you show up every single day present and giving your best in every area of your life?
I don't know how accurate that is. I would say that I am giving what I have to give that day. Do you know what I mean? Like, my best died when I had kids. And what I mean by that is just, the days of that 90-minute yoga workout, that's over, dude. You're squeezing 20 minutes in the living room. So is that my best? No, but it's good enough. So I find that, the more you have on your plate that is beneficial and doesn't detract, will have to share space with other things. So instead of doing one thing perfectly, you can do 3 or 4 things well. Good enough. And that's what I strive for, is to be good enough.
Okay.
And I think even in that humanity, it's relatable. And helps me continue to do what I do, because other people also feel the same, I believe.
Yes, I definitely like that answer. And I think I'll take that advice, because sometimes I could be a perfectionist. I know that's a bad thing. It's not a good thing at all. So
Hard. Do you have kids?
no, I don't, not yet.
Yeah, that day will end. You don't worry. You don't have to worry about working on it ending. It will just end all on its own, should you decide to go down that path.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But that's, it's worth it. Everything in life that challenges you the most is usually the most meaningful.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. So I remember watching in one of your videos and hearing you state that you believe that knowing you are capable and knowing you are worthy is one of the cornerstones to success. And I think that is so true. But, in reality, there are some people, including myself, sometimes we suffer with thoughts of limiting beliefs and not feeling like we're good enough, whether that comes from our thoughts, like from childhood, or other people who may, deposit it unto us, those feelings. So how do you avoid negative self-limiting beliefs from hindering you from achieving your goal, like just getting to the next level and next and the next?
I can't say that you will avoid them. I think you'll have to contend with them. You'll do battle with these demons more effectively over time. I can't tell you that you'll ever slay the dragon, right? It's, an alcoholic is sober. And I think what you need to be able to do is go, oh, right, I recognize this. Yes, okay. And you allow that feeling to come through and to go, to negotiate the realities of it. Is this actually true? What about it would make it real? How are the ways that I could overcome this feeling? Is this old stuff, does it hold any actual merit? And if it does, how can I look at that and fix it and reapproach? And then the actual how-to of redefining a belief in ability ultimately is going to be through small successes. And that's one of the reasons that I used to rely on fitness so heavily, is not just to make somebody healthier, but you could take an individual who is like, I was the fat one, I was the lazy one, the fat, funny one, whatever, right? They've got this idea of who they are. And then you can give them an experience where they ran a mile, or they did a pull-up, or they did a push-up, or, insert physical accomplishment they never thought possible. And now you've shattered that story. And it opens up this infinity of possibility, because now they've experienced a different reality. It's very difficult to believe in a reality you've never experienced. So you have to create a reality where that individual does see how strong they are, does see how capable they are. And we do that in what's called the learning zone, right? It's crawl, stand, walk, jog, run, sprint. You don't go crawl, sprint. No. So we work on crawling to standing. And then they're like, oh my God, I'm standing. And then we work on walking, right? But the minute they stand, they're like, holy shit, if I can stand, maybe I can walk. So it's, it takes time, but it's these small successes that I believe make a huge difference quickly.
Yes, I totally agree with you. And me, myself, moving from New York to Texas, I did put on some weight, and I kind of was like, oh, and I just quickly ran on the treadmill because I stopped working out previously. And then, long story short, I sprained my ankle and I had to take a week off. I was like, oh man, now I set myself back. So I totally agree with you, like small steps at a time.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. All right. So my last question for you, I know I don't want to keep you too long, yes, I definitely commend you on getting fit when you were an adolescent, with your mom putting you in the sports and you continuing to achieve your fitness till this day. Me, myself, and I know some other people have struggled with their fitness, being consistent, even as a nurse, amassing all the knowledge I have when it comes to health and nutrition. I still feel like I go through that yo-yo, like I'm down, I'm up, I'm down, I'm up. So what can you say, what makes you stay consistent and disciplined in your fitness and in your life goals as well to guarantee success?
I'm passionate about it. I want it bad enough to not stop. I mean, I have a why. There's a reason that that's become so, I don't know, pop culture cheesy, even though that concept comes from Nietzsche originally. But if you've got the why, you can tolerate the how. I have important whys. It could be something superficial, like I want to feel that I look good and be more comfortable in my clothing. And it could also be that I want to role model strength and health for my kids. I want them to look back and go, my mom was just, what a gangster. Like, that's what I want, right? I care for them to always remember me that way and be like, if my mom was like that, I could be like that, and probably then some. So you got to have that why. That's what keeps you consistent. And you don't always ensure your goals. There's a lot of things I didn't win. There's a lot of things that I didn't achieve, but there's a lot that I did. Like we were talking about, not that gambling is an appropriate analogy, but someone was talking about a pro gambler the other day. And he was like, do you know how many, this guy bet like a certain amount of money, right? And a ton of money, and ended up making like $13 million. But he bet a certain amount of money, but it was about the odds. He lost way more than he won, but he knew how to contain the losses and maximize the wins. You're not going to win them all, but it's about, quick pivots when you fail, learn quick, reapproach more intelligently. And when you get into flow and you get traction with something, milk the hell out of it. That's how you're not going to ensure every success. No one does. You maximize the wins and you minimize the losses.
Right. I agree. I'm gonna keep that in my head, because I feel like that's the number one thing I need to and I know other people too need to work on, is like, don't ruminate. Oh my God, I did this wrong. Oh my God.
My pleasure.
So thank you so much, Jillian, again, for taking the time out of your day to meet with me. I really feel like I learned so much. And thank you, JT, for connecting us. And thank you guys for watching. See you later. Bye.